Have you ever wondered how online food shops survive in the business? Where do they physically create their products? Do they need to borrow a licensed kitchen? And how do they gain the visibility in cyberspace to build up their customer base?
And there's a trend of people buying food from online. But to some people, it's still quite a bizarre concept, buying food from the internet. Do you get customers that tell you that they're very surprised?
Not actually, because like most of my customer, I think it's like for them, the step from them to visit my website, it would mean that they are looking for something really. So they are open buyers, more I would say savvy buyers who have been buying online. Yeah.
How do you firstly build up your customer base from online?
Okay, when I started, I actually chose a blog platform, and that's where I blog about not just my desserts, how I actually created them. So there's a lot of behind the scene actions, my parties, what I've been doing, what I've been up to, coming out with this new project as well, that I'm actually working on right now.
It's about creating an identity, is it?
Yes, creating an identity for the baker, because I don't know, it's like I feel that people are very inquisitive about who is behind the scene, what you're doing behind the scene, and people they are just so curious. Yeah, so that's where it's like I do have customers who actually email me just to ask me, hey, so what are you up to next? Really, I do get customers like that.
Famous, famous in the baking industry.
Not exactly, maybe after this.
Let's back on the process. How do you initially start out, and how do you end up here?
How do I start up? Okay, going back to last year September, that was the decision-making point of time whereby I decided that I want to bake in a proper shop. So I actively went out to the neighborhood estates to look out for bakeries, because I feel that since I'm doing desserts making, I should be working in a bakery where they have all the equipment ready for me to use. Yeah, so I approached them, I approached the owners, the managers, to ask them, whether do they do subletting, whether can they allow, a little space for me to just do my desserts there quietly, but I was being rejected. I was like, they were like telling me, say, no, it's like, because I'm afraid that you might sabotage my bakery, or, what if, you cause a food poisoning scare, or what if, there's a lot of what if then. So it's like, even though I'm willing to pay them money to, sublet a little portion, they just reject me. Yeah.
You go on begging. Do you find one eventually?
Yeah, finally I managed to successfully beg one to allow me to use her shop. It's actually a bubble tea shop, and that was where I started in Bishan, Street 11. Yeah, so the bubble tea shop, she has a space, and she closes on every Thursday. So I see an opportunity there to help her run her business, to open her business on Thursday by me going down there to do my desserts on a Thursday. So in exchange for that, besides paying the rental, I helped her sell her bubble tea. The neighbors are like asking, it's like, what are you doing here? It's like, so is that you have a new thing on your menu? It's like, no, I'm just helping out. It's like, this is my own.
You had to make bubble tea to earn a living.
To set up my business, yeah.
How did you end up here?
Okay. So like fast forward, I was handling the retail part of it, and also because Bishan is very close to home, and it's too close that I find that it's too convenient. Yeah, and this is where I decided to move out of Bishan to a town area, which is more convenient for my customers, because customers were asking me, it's like, how do I get to your shop? It's very difficult because the Bishan neighborhood that I was in is quite secluded. Yeah. So that's where I came here with a bigger premises, with a retail frontage, and to allow more home bakers to join on board with me to co-share the cost of running a bakery business.
If you would like to try some of Delcie's cup desserts and brownies, or order custom-made treats, you can check out her website. Come October 10th, you can also drop by Whisk and Pull Kitchen at 778A North Bridge Road, which will be transformed into a takeaway bakery.